Welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a show that talks a little bit and gives a lot of information on county government and the functions of county government. But, as I have department heads come on all the time and different leaders of our county here, most importantly, it's a board of 5 freeholders. And as I host this show, no information is dispersed or voted on unless the 5 of us freeholders, which is myself, Deputy Director Sue Kiley, Freeholder Nick DiRocco, Patton Preveduto, and Lillian Barry. And today, I'm very fortunate to have Freeholder Nick DiRocco on. And Nick, welcome.
Thank you, Director. It's great to be here.
So how's it? How do you like it? I know you come from a big town in Wall, but I think we're a little bigger here in the county with 53 of those towns. How do you like the experience so far?
And I think you don't appreciate just how big Monmouth County is until you serve in a role like this. It's a great county. You can be in Old one day, which is completely different than in the Bayshore area. You could be in the western part of the county. Different dynamics, different demographics, but great all around. It's been a great experience. I've truly loved the experience, although I'll tell you, I did not anticipate COVID. I don't think any of us did, and that's been something that obviously you can't plan for, but that's been a tremendous challenge, but something that I think we're working through properly, and I'm proud of the work we've done to navigate this challenge.
We have, and we've worked as a true team, and I think we're the model of the state of New Jersey, the way we've ran government here, and a lot had to do with our financial stability there, being able to move forward in different directions on a very quickly pace, because financially we've been very stable over the course of years, not just the existing board, but prior boards before that. And you became liaison of our finance department there. And I know that the budget prep for 2021 is coming up, and we've gone through a lot of different changes. How do you feel about running that department?
Yeah, I was very fortunate and very glad to be able to take on that department as the role of liaison, because I really enjoy, it sounds silly, but I actually enjoy government finance and government budgetary issues, because I think at the end of the day, you can't do any of the other things like deliver social services, like make investments in infrastructure. You can't do any of those things without having a good budget and having the finances in place. And so I've been very happy to see what I already knew, which is that the county does tremendous work in lining up its budget every year. And for 2021, the minute the books closed on the 2020 budget, we were already thinking about the 2021 budget, because we've got a great staff over in the finance department. And so I've talked to them, every few weeks to get caught up. And I know that they're meeting with the department heads regularly to make sure that we have everything in place to make sure that we get our budget crafted appropriately and be able to deliver that for consideration by the freeholders in the next few months.
That's perfect. And, each and every one of us, and we hear it all over, that we're always touting the AAA bond rating. And once again, we are that. And but, I don't think the average person realizes the effect that it actually impacts everybody in Monmouth County to have that AAA bond rating. Maybe you could just explain just a little bit about that.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I'm glad you brought it up. It's something that we are proud of, but we should be proud of, because I think we may be the only county in the state that actually has it.
We are.
And so I'll tell you, there's three reasons why that's so important for my mind. First of all, as you know, Director, better than anybody, the bond rating is something that is delivered after an investigation or inspection by the 3 major bond rating agencies. These are the entities that work with Wall Street companies, Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 50 companies, to make sure that those companies are managing their finances properly. Well, they also do the same type of work with municipalities and counties. And so it's an independent, nonpartisan, unbiased review of our budgetary and fiscal practices. And after that review, they have determined, this year not being the first year, that Monmouth County deserves the highest rating possible from a financial prudency perspective. So that makes me very proud. Again, the first reason why I think that's important is because it confirms that what we're doing to manage taxpayer dollars is appropriate and is the right thing to do. Secondly, from a very practical perspective, it allows us at the county to borrow at a very reasonable rate so that we can pass those savings on to our taxpayers and to do the things that we need to do throughout the county in a very cost-effective way. And then third, and probably most importantly, it allows all 53 towns throughout the county to take advantage of that bond rating. And I know when I was mayor of Wall several years ago, we took advantage of it. We were able to do very important paving projects and park improvement projects based upon bonding that was backed by the county's AAA bond rating. So we saved money for our residents. We got important projects moving forward, and it's a win all around.
I agree. And, I tell you, I'm very proud because when I came in, we talked about basically spending what we make. And this first year, I know you, myself, and the rest of the Freeholder Board was very proud that we utilized the same exact money that we regenerated from our fund balance. So, we're trying to practice what we preach as individuals here in Monmouth County. Don't spend more than you have. And we're doing a pretty good job at it. But switching gears, and I want to thank you for working with me on the finance department with the Monmouth CARES Act funding. And it's something that we were hit with. And when we had it, we basically, it was something that was eye-opening to us. But I think we handled it pretty good. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, listen, I couldn't agree more. And you've been at the forefront of this. You took the lead, Director, and I was happy that you were able to invite me to help you on this initiative. But you more than anybody know how, just in your work with small businesses throughout the county, how adversely impacted the small business community throughout Monmouth was by this COVID and have been by this pandemic. Especially our restaurants and our service industries have been decimated. And a side note, I won't get too far into the weeds, but I think you and I both have talked previously about how, unfortunately, the state of New Jersey's plans on reopening have left a little bit to be desired. But
yes.
Nonetheless, we put in place through your leadership a program to make sure that we were doing what we could at the county level to make sure we support our small businesses. And the economic assistance program that we put forward using the CARES Act money has been tremendously successful. As you know, we've approved over 2,000 applications in the past 2 months or so, and we've gotten $16 million out the door. $16 million directly in the hands of small businesses to help keep their doors open, keep the lights on, help them meet payroll. And that's critically important. And I think that's, if nothing else, that act alone, I think, is something that I'll look back on after this year's end and say, what, we did good by the county. I'm very proud of that.
I agree. And, we did this all together. And a lot of people were giving us opinions on how we should handle it and administer it. And we've done what Monmouth County has done for the years. We basically do what we think is right. And fortunately enough, it's worked to our advantage there. And I think it's because we truly care. And I know we want to treat the county's financial obligations as they're personally our own. So it's really worked. Nick, I have to tell you, of course, we've been working together for a year here on the board. But I knew you prior, obviously, before that in Wall Township and being somewhat neighboring towns. And we are extremely fortunate to have somebody with your background and knowledge to sit on the board. And I truly think that's why Monmouth County is so successful. It's people like yourself coming on the board and giving, everybody has their little niche on what we think that is something that's personal and how we can handle it because of experience levels that we've had. And I think that's what makes us and stands above others. And quite frankly, you and I have always said we're the only county that has all mayors sitting up there. So
That's right.
I know we're going to have a great year. 2021, and I am so looking forward to working with you and the rest of the board to make Monmouth County even better than it is today. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I concur. I'm looking forward to a great year. I know we've got a great team, and with your leadership and the professional staff we have, I know that we'll do great things in 2021 as well.
Thanks, Nick. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.